Yeah, when Patrick Wilson starts looking closer to granddaddy than daddy, it is time to call it quits.
Lorraine! Daddy, get down here! Lorraine! I need your help!
Whoa, hey no, nobody said you were allowed to throw that many curveballs regarding Ed Warren's potential death at us, okay? You can't keep doing that. They've done it every time. First Conjuring film was like, oh yeah, he's just a guy. And then second Conjuring film was like, yes, I've seen your death. And it's like spiked through his chest. And then the third Conjuring film was like, oh my god, he's so old. Oh no. So much danger of a heart attack just running after his wife. And then this film, it's somehow worse. I mean, stop. The Conjuring Last Rites brings us to the end of a cinematic universe that proved you really can make a spin-off and a sequel to a spin-off, or a prequel to a spin-off and then a sequel to a spin-off about pretty much anything, yes. This franchise might have only started 12 years ago, but they've got almost that many films if you include the universe, not just the franchise. Don't get into it. It's too much effort. They're bad. The ones that don't count as part of the franchise but are part of the universe. Trust me. Anyway, they're back. Ed and Lorraine Warren, yes, and they look old. Yeah, it's just some guy that wants to eat lasagna, but his wife's telling him no. Like, that's what they are now. They're still in love, and their love is still beautiful, but it's also so depressing at times. And it focuses a lot on their family, because you remember Judy? Yes, their lovable daughter Judy, the one who's now been played by more actors than Batman. I mean, seriously, they did that montage at the beginning and showed off her at different ages, and I was like, oh my god, that's like another two, and they've already recast this character like 4 times. Yes, this franchise almost now has as many films as Friday the 13th, which is insane, and they've just been keeping their 2 hands on the beating dead heart of supernatural horror, trying to keep it going for the last decade. Should have died off a long time ago, at least this style of supernatural horror film, and it really hasn't, and this is the same style, believe me. Yes, I can't complain too much after saying that the third Conjuring film went too far away from the first 2. I can't honestly complain that much that they have just decided to do a complete rehash of the first 2 films in this, but it is, they visit a family who has far too many children, and they're all girls. They've got a couple of nice parents. The dog gets beat up by a demon, and the Warrens come in and also have issues with their own family, and Annabelle is really well emphasized for no real reason, and you get the idea. There's a lot going on here. The problem is that you know what's going to happen. Like, the Warrens are going to go into this house. They're going to go into this house and help this family. They don't agree to do that, keep insisting they're retired, and then, yeah, all sorts of shenanigans going on for, I think it was about 80 minutes. There are some actually good scenes and moments in this film, and that is what sets it apart, I think. I complained a lot in the third film that they kind of had too much of these random faceless demon things that are very forgettable, too many scenes with them that you just didn't care that much about. This had memorable scenes and memorable demons. The old lady with the smile, you know, the smile movies like that. She was pretty good. She was interesting. She was scary. And the guy with the axe just wandering around like lumberjack dude. Sure, memorable, interesting. And the third film didn't have that. Also, it has memorable moments, this one. The telephone cord, you knew that was coming from the first time the kids were like pulling on the telephone cord, but it was well done. And Judy in the mirror room, like, there are a few scenes that I was left going like, yep, nope, that is exactly what I want from one of these films. And then they do, in the last sort of 40-50 minutes, get into the more, oh, it's a proper case now thing, but it's gone too far. It's escalated too quickly to feel like it's got the same kind of chill moments and those nice interludes with the family, you know? It's moving too fast, and it's just bearing down onto the weight of so many characters in this one, it really feels like. Nothing can bring back the 2010s, which is where this franchise belongs, ironic since they're all set in the past anyway, but it does feel like there's been something lost in them. This feels much more like it was trying to just be like, okay, let's ignore the third one, let's just make this the bring it home ender of a trilogy of good Conjuring films, and honestly, this is better than any of the Annabelle films, it's better than the last Conjuring film, so it is third best in the franchise for me overall. And it does have good moments and things. I just feel like Michael Chavez is a director. He has now probably directed more of these films in this universe than anyone else, but he's never made one that really is a definitive mark showing that he's one of the big guys in it, you know, that's really been a driving force behind the best things about it. Not really. This does feel like it is. It's similar to like Ghostbusters Afterlife. It is a rehash of the best bits of previous films. And it really likes the Conjuring films. It's like, oh yeah, aren't they awesome? Here's stuff that was like that. And it never quite gets there, but I would rewatch it quite happily, especially if I was doing a watch through of the whole thing, because it would be far better than most of the other films in this franchise. I'm giving that giant Annabelle scene was the dumbest thing they've chosen to do in the entire universe. 3.5 stars. Ah, yes, we're finally through them all. There's some catching up to do on other films that have come out while this has been going on. And if you all like films, you could subscribe. If you really like making me just picking what I'm going to watch and stuff like that, then you can get a channel membership and make me suffer.